Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Let's Play Dragon Quest XI. I'm your host Gamora, and every time I start these episodes, you might see a little hesitation when I say, Let's Play Dragon Quest XI, because I'm also playing The Legend of Dragoon, and I want to say Dragoon Quest every time I start this, and it definitely doesn't help since I'm playing them both at the same time. Now, that being said, if you are enjoying this series and like RPG Let's Plays, check out my channel if you're on Twitch, and hit that subscribe button if you like this stuff on YouTube, Rumble, Bitchute, and Odysee. And if you're watching on those websites, come check out the Twitch channel on Twitch, yeah. And everything should be in the link down below. Thanks for watching, and check out the other RPG Let's Plays. Mainly Final Fantasy, but we just started this year. We'll get through them. There'll be plenty of other plenty of RPGs to play. And once in a while we'll sprinkle other types of games in there. I'm super excited for Bayonetta 3. It's coming out in 2 months? Alright, the Mangle Grove. Ooh, this item shop? It's your lucky day. I'm a traveling salesman, and to celebrate us running into each other, I'm going to offer you some special discounts. Have a look. Welcome to my roving emporium. How can I serve you? Ooh, weapons. Are these cheaper? They actually might be a tiny bit cheaper. A boomerang. Alright, let's buy some of this stuff. Let's see. Copper sword. That's a lot of money. Okay, and then we'll give him the knife since... Oh, we don't even have money for the knife. Okay then. Can I sell something? Ooh, I can sell this and the gold chain. Is that what that's for? Oh, it boosts HP by a little bit. Hose that shows off the legging to full effect. I don't know if I want to sell any of that. I mean, I guess the normal or the plain clothes. Probably not that big a deal, but I don't want to sell anything else. Is there something that says that you could just sell it? That's the stuff I really like, that kind of stuff when they just say, oh, not good for much of anything, but you can use to sell it. I think it was this, right? Oh, they're here. No longer legal tender, but can be sold for a few gold coins. That's what I love. Because you just know, like, okay, it's not a crafting item. It's not going to be needed for anything else. So, it's free to be sold. Alright, so then we can get, let's see, get the bronze knife for him. Give it to you. And we can get, let's see, can only get one. Well, let's get one for us. I guess we could sell, so we need 65. We can sell the pot lid. That's 20. Oh, we have the plain clothes on. I guess it wouldn't be good to sell it. We can sell the bandana. Actually, is that something Eric can wear? Oh, we don't need this. Oh, we got this. When did we get this? Well, let's keep the boomerang for now. I didn't even know we had it. And let's see, so this is 21. Can I give Yeah, transfer. I kind of don't like this, that I have to... Okay, so it only goes from 18 to 19. So I guess we could have sold it. It's not that big a deal. Oh, he's got a whole bunch of other stuff. Oh, I didn't even notice this. He has a... Oh man, he has 3... I guess I should have been paying more attention. Let's see. What does this do? Doesn't really say, but... whatever. Now something like this would be nice. It's 180. No, I don't want to sell that stuff. But I could sell the boomerang. Doesn't seem like that big a deal. What can I sell from you? Yeah, that's probably it. I guess only one person is going to have it. That's fine. I mean, he is the one with the healing, and it's not as big of a deal for Eric. So it's only what, 4 points. All right. Hopefully, we'll do just fine here. Might be a... Oh, I was about to say, what is this? Just a angry fog. Now let's see what kind of damage we can do with our newfound weapons. Oh. And we're also doing pretty well with taking damage. Ooh, except for him, that hurt a lot. Ooh, I don't want anyone dying. That's probably a pretty big deal at this point. We'd have to go back to the church, I would think.
Another one, fight.
Okay. So it looks like we got the woodcutter's hut. Yeah, okay, let's not... Actually, you are a new enemy. Let's see what you got, Mr. Devil. The Dancing Devil. He just likes to have a good time. Yeah, I would rather just hit us, since we have the better defense. It'll save me some MP when it comes to healing. Oh man. He got us. Now is that a copper sword? It sure doesn't look like it. Alright, so let's see. Can I actually use... Okay, so I can. Nice, okay. Now that that little chime when he uses the heal, that's something I actually recognize from the original Dragon Quest. It's you know, I haven't played the original Dragon Quest, but I've seen some speedruns, and I just, you know, recognize it. So this is the Mangle Grove, huh? Come on, let's head through it and pay a visit to your hometown. Oh right, I'm just supposed to jump on it. I was like, how do I get up there? I forgot that we can jump. Alright, let's just run through these places. I really don't see a point. Oh, I think you're new though. Actually, Ellipse appears.
Let's do this.
Yeah, this dude's definitely new. I feel like I would remember seeing this dude. What a weird enemy. We got antidote. What are you doing, Mr. Ghost? Let's check out these places. They are dead ends, but chances are we're gonna find some items here. And I was right. And with, oh, I guess not. If we look again, will there be something here? And, you know, with the fact that there are no random encounters, it's definitely easier to move around. Now, as much as I love classic RPGs, I really like these modern RPGs when it comes to pretty much getting rid of random encounters, so that we can just run right by them. Because I mean, I think I've mentioned it a couple times before, but I'm also playing Legend of Dragoon and Final Fantasy X at the same time. And both of them have random encounters. Now, while Final Fantasy X is your standard encounter, random encounter, at least Legend of Dragoon has you know, a little arrow above you that gives you like a, I don't know, I don't want to say a warning, but it pretty much tells you when you're going to get into a fight, or it narrows it down, which doesn't really make it any better. Where did we get that sickle? Or that, I guess what? Sickle, scythe, a mini medal. Gratefully pockets his find. Interesting. I wonder what that's for. Is that for us to sell? Or is that for us to trade for goodies? Alright, so we checked those two places out, so let's just head down. And I think this is a campsite. Might be nice to stop by for a minute. Yep, got a save point here, right?
Look at that. A campsite. And just when we needed one. Still a fair way to cobblestone. Let's rest up for the night.
Oh, don't even have a choice. Just straight into the cutscene. I guess it is dark.
I still can't get over old Dirk. He didn't just go straight, married, shop in the best part of town. He went straighter than straight. Just like that. We used to be thick as thieves. Literally. We'd travel the world, always on the hunt for loot. Those were the days. Oh, speaking of which, I just thought of something we acquired back then that might come in handy. Yeah, I've decided. I'm giving it to you. You'll love it. We sure did when we got our hands on it.
Ooh, free stuff. What is it? I mean, stolen stuff.
Behold, the fun-size forge. Pop a few raw materials on top, bash them with the porta pounder, and Bob's your uncle. New equipment.
Ooh. Well, here's the
I'm not
crafting.
just talking steel swords and the like. Wooden boomerangs, a natty new jerkin. You name it, this thing can make it.
Cool.
Sweating over a hot forge was never exactly my style. And I have a feeling you'll get more use out of it than I ever did. You can't just go smashing stuff together willy-nilly, though. You'll need the recipe for the piece of equipment you want to make. Here's a little something to get you started. You should strike while the iron's hot.
Why does that forge, like, it seems like something you would find in, like, Kingdom Hearts. It just seems that goofy. Received it. Oh, we learned how to make bronze swords, divine daggers. Great.
There are
And we
recipes
just
hidden all over the place. Treasure chests and bookshelves are always a good bet. Keep an eye out and you're sure to find some beauties.
Oh, now we gotta check all the bookshelves. That's a lot of extra reading. Here, let me give you some of the ingredients you need for those recipes I gave you. Maybe you can try forging yourself a weapon or something. And I knew it. Just as I spent money on a weapon, it just turned into a waste of time. I'm assuming this is going to be an upgrade. So, the fun-size forge. You can use the fun-size forge to craft all kinds of equipment based on recipes that make use of the raw materials you collect on your adventures. New recipes can be found in treasure chests and on bookshelves. You'll be able to acquire the ingredients you need by defeating monsters or investigating sparkly spots. Go ahead and try to make your first masterpiece with the recipe Eric just gave you. It's the fun-size forge. You can use it to build brand new equipment or rework your existing kit. Alright, let's just do what he said. Of course, upgrade. Wonderful. Let's see, bronze sword, right. Oh, we actually have to do stuff. Smithing items couldn't be simpler. Select bash, technical term, to start beating your ingredients into shape, and finish when you're ready to wrap things up. Hammer away at each individual area with your porta-pounder. I don't like the name of that. It's too close to porta potty, but whatever. To fill up the blue gauge next to it, and aim to get every gauge in the green zone. See Traveler's Tip for more information. Okay, let's do that. Do that. Alright, we're good there. And I screwed up. Man, can I start over? That sucks, man. I mashed too fast. I kind of thought it was going to happen, and then it just happened. Can I start over, please? Oh, the tip is awful. There's nothing else I can do. I guess I just have to finish. It's kind of sad. Does that make my weapon weaker? Successfully forged a bronze sword. Requires 2 Perfectionist Pearls. You'll receive Perfectionist Pearls each time you successfully forge a piece of equipment. You can use these to attempt to rework the item, with the aim of doing an even better job. Don't worry about ruining your hard-won works of art. Even if you fail to rework something, you won't lose it, and if you succeed, you'll come away with something truly special. It's the fun-size forge. Okay, let's see. Maybe it didn't make much of a difference. Okay, so it says up to 35. So let's see if we actually. Maybe it's not that big a deal. The fact that we screwed it up. Let's not screw that up again. Alright. And we can actually, I want to appraise it, see if it says anything different. Takes a hard look at the Divine Dagger. It'll probably turn out brilliantly. Definitely a lot better praise than the other sword. Let's see how this turns out. Or see if there's any oh, we got a perfection. Oh, Divine Dagger +3. Great. Now I'm just upset that I screwed that up. And we get 2 Perfectionist Pearls. Rework an item. Where's my bronze sword? Oh, here it is. Add 16 more. Add 20. Or attacks plus 16 or more. Attack 20. I see. Man. Anything I can do to, like, destroy it. Buy all the missing materials for 40 gold coins and make a... Oh, I can buy the missing materials? Oh, I love that. I'm gonna pay for it. That's super expensive. 40. I wonder if you can actually make money on certain recipes. Like where the materials are cheaper than, like, if you were to just sell the item. Assuming you can sell it. Alright, cool. Perfect. No more screwing around. Gotta push those X buttons accordingly. I don't see how that can be difficult. Bronze sword plus 2. 2 Perfectionist Pearls. Now let's see about reworking an item. Oh, so this used to be up to 35. Now it's up to 39. Oh, I need to use 3 pearls. Now let's try it. Since we are in the tutorial phase. Oh, it's just the same thing. I almost did it again. I almost pushed X by accident again, twice. Alright. Let's see what the appraise for this means. Takes a hard look at the bronze sword. If we were to stop now, it would probably turn out brilliantly. That's all the praise I need. Perfection. I wonder why I didn't get perfection when I did the bronze sword to begin with. Now we're at plus 3. Cool. So that was from a 39. What does it bring me? Oh, we can't do anything? Why can't I do... It's probably not a good idea to try to rework that particular item. Why didn't I get a plus 3 bronze sword? And when I made it, why didn't it say perfection? Is it because I already made one? I mean, everything was in the green bars, so... Yeah. Who cares? So you finished your first ever forging session, huh? Nice. Did everything go according to plan? Not really. Not so good, huh? Well, don't worry too much. It takes a while to get used to. Just keep trying and you'll get there in the end. Oh, by the way, you can bust out the fun-sized forge anytime you want. You just have to head to a campsite or dig it out of your bag. Alright, I think it's time to call it a day. We've been through a lot. Better grab some rest while we can. Alright, cool. We got some new weapons. Didn't have to waste our money on the weapons we did buy. Up and at 'em, champ. The sun's high in the sky already. Time for us to head to Cobblestone. Big Hitter. The Big Hitter achievement. Awarded for crafting a plus 3 piece of equipment on the fun-size forge. So it looks like some of these accolades are also Steam achievements, but not all of them. So sometimes we'll get a Steam achievement for those accolades, and sometimes we won't. I wonder if you can, actually I wasn't paying attention, but I wonder if you can actually make armor instead of just weapons. Alright. Divine Dagger. Cool. Got nothing for you there. I have leather armor and plain clothes on. Interesting. Oh, a gold chain. I forgot to put it on. Well, you know, all the good stuff goes to me. Wait a minute. I don't have plain clothes put on. Okay, whatever. I don't know why it said I had this equipment. Or maybe it just said they were in my bag. That's probably what it was. Yep, let's continue. Having a good old time. Might as well save it in our other save file since we push this again. We got a dog here. Oh, I thought something was going to happen. Well, I guess not. Okay, so now there's 3 pots. Does that mean we're going to get 3 items? Fresh water, flint, and copper ore. I didn't have to buy those items. Lots of mistakes happening early game. Oh, nice. Did we sleep outside? Recipe book, Economics of Scale. He takes a look inside. Scale shields. And suits of scale armor. Nice. Okay, I guess that answers my question. We can make other things, or we can make, you know, armor. I thought it was just weapons, but there were some things there that I didn't look into too much, so I think they were like grayed out. What, can we go down here? Oh, it's closed. Alright. Oh, is dog following us? Oh, he sure is. Can I jump over? Ah! Somebody smashed up the bridge. How are we meant to get across now? I guess we're gonna have to find another way. Let's take a look around. Oh, that's where they want us to go? Well, I mean, that's the way we were supposed to go. Alright, so... Actually... Where's the dog? Cool. Being my, my outro dog. Come on. Let's, set everyone up here together. Oh, this is good right here. Alright, so with that, I'm going to end this episode here. In the next episode, hopefully we will make our way to Cobblestone. I know I think I said it at the end of the last episode. But we haven't made it there yet. It's actually taken us longer than I thought. But we did meet our little doggo friend over here. And we learned how to craft items, so I would say that this was a very, what's the word, complete episode, or, no, that's not the word I'm thinking of, full of stuff to do. I don't know, I can't think of the word right now. Sometimes, man, that happens way too much. I'll be like trying to think of something and just can't think of the right word to say. Yeah, it'll come to me eventually, but you know what I mean. It was just, we did a whole bunch of stuff in this episode. Whatever word I'm thinking of, I'm sure you know what it is. But anyways, thanks for watching, and have a good day.